What I'm going to mention next is the more external parts on how to increase your perceived status. Guys, I'd much rather have you work on the internal parts which come forth from a genuine place, which we'll cover after the external part in just a second. So what's a quick solution for females? Enter the consuming market, where you can buy push-up bra, breast padding and high heels, or get makeup to enhance your perceived skin quality, or as some do, surgically enhance your looks. These are all ways which primarily women use to enhance their physical looks. But what's the solution for men, you might ask? You see men purchase fake luxury items to deceptively enhance their social status. Think of counterfeit watches, for example. Also, another interesting thing, men are more likely to lie about their height, whilst females are more likely to lie about their weight. In the book The Consuming Instinct by Godsod, he mentions that the universal Darwinian drive for males is to seek status. He writes, "This is the biologically based adaptive drive as it caters to women's preference for men of high social standing. However, there are many ways by which this overriding goal can be achieved. In mate selection, women must deal with the problem of identifying and correctly evaluating the cues that signal whether a man actually possesses a particular quality. As mentioned in the previous video, both men and women use clothing as a form of sexual signaling. Women are much more likely to use their attire to highlight physical attributes, and men are correspondingly more likely to use clothes as a status symbol. If you think that these are shallow ways to measure your status, you're right. But doesn't mean we don't do it. It is evolutionary wired in the human animal. But once we become aware of these things, we might supersede and override these deep forces within us and rise above them. What about cars, you might wonder? Does driving a more expensive looking car make you more attractive to the other sex? I'm not gonna explain to you what it does to your testosterone level, we'll cover that in another video. Michael J. Dunn and Robert Shirley, hope I pronounced it right, they took photographs of men and women of equal attractiveness seated in one of two cars of varying prestige, a silver Bentley Continental GT or a red Ford Fiesta ST. They then asked men and women to rate the attractiveness of the opposite sex targets in either the high status or low status car. And you guessed it, women would assign a higher attractiveness score to the same man when he was seated in the Bentley as compared with when he was seated in the Ford Fiesta. But what about the woman? As mentioned before, men cared much less about a woman's social status. Their elicited attractiveness ratings didn't differ significantly. So drive a hot car and you will be perceived as hot, but only if you are a man. There are also many other studies that show women evaluate men who possess high status items such as luxury high prestige cars and luxury apartments as especially attractive potential partners. Friends, there are many more other external ways to show your high status. Think of body language, vocal tonality and a plethora of different products. I'd much rather have you focus on the internal parts, on your character, your principles, on what you stand for in the world. The external part will take care of itself, so you don't have to indulge in manipulation and faking a lifestyle. Become a man or woman of character, honor and integrity. So how do you actually become more high status? There is a big difference between perceived status and actual status. It is dependent on what metric we use to measure status. Here is a great way to enhance your status. Show that you are useful to the group in which you seek to gain status. Will Storr in his book The Status Games explains that you can do this in two ways. First, by being successful, demonstrating knowledge and skills that benefit others, and second, by being virtuous, demonstrating beliefs or behaviors that serves the group's interest. Will Storr also mentions that there are multiple status games. A book summary of it is already recorded and edited, just not uploaded yet. He mentions that in dominance games, status is coerced by force or fear. Mafias and armies are dominance games. In virtue games, status is awarded to players who are conspicuously dutiful, obedient and moralistic. Religions and royal institutions are virtue games. In success games, status is awarded for the achievement of closely specified outcomes, beyond simply winning, that require skill, talent or knowledge. Corporations and sporting contests are success games. If you want to gain status, my friends, learn to collaborate with others, advance towards your goals in a way that enhances the lives of people around you. Become more competent, and as much as you want quick results, don't start manipulating and bending the fabric of reality around you. You might enhance yourself in the short term, but in the long term, you will lose. Friends, sheer hard work is still proven to be one of the best predictors of past and anticipated income and promotions. Again, become more competent in what you do. Work hard, you will achieve higher levels of education and status. You'll achieve higher salaries and more promotions than the lazy people around you. By the way, I'm not making the case that getting a formal education is the best thing you can do to earn money. I could even make a case why going to university is not worth it for many professions. And I'm saying that fully aware of the fact that I got a university degree with which I'm truly happy, and I do it all over again. So if you want me to cover my view on that matter, let me know in the comments below. Industrious and ambitious men secure higher occupational status than lazy, unmotivated men. And friends, I get it. Dating is not easy, not for women nor for men. It's easier for women at a younger age, but harder as they age, and for men, it's difficult when they are younger, but gets easier as they get older. Also, one leg that males have up on females, and I really feel for females in this matter. Males can increase what the other sex is looking for by hard work, and females have less control over what men look for, generally speaking. If you want me to make a laid-back podcast style video about that, let me know in the comments below. You can watch the most recent video of this channel here, and the next extraction video over here.